Okay, so today I'm gonna train with Arthur. He has been a model for so many years. He's also an interior designer and an amazing artist. He has been living here in Philippines for about 8 years, I think. And today, guys, I'm gonna show you Arthur's workout and mine too, because we will meet in a few minutes and we are gonna film our workouts together. So I'm gonna book the Grab now, meet Arthur, and then hit the gym to film an amazing workout. So we just arrived to the gym. It's a really good gym. I will show you right now. We are going to start with the reverse pyramid training. This is my kind of training. I usually do this kind of training like 3 days a week. You start with your heavy set first, and then you go down with weight, but up on reps. And later, Arthur is going to do like his kind of training, more focus on being a model, because if you are a model, you need to focus on different kinds of muscles. It's not the same as you are trying to build muscle. So yeah, Arthur is going to explain this later.
I'll tell you more about it later.
The world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I suppose we all felt that, one way or another. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him, takes on his multi-armed form. One says, now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. I suppose we all thought that, one way or another.
Okay, so we just finished the workout. It has been an intense workout, so we are a little bit tired.
I don't know about you, but I'm really tired.
Okay, I'm tired. It was an intense workout. You can see it on the video, and so he's gonna explain us how to train if you want to be a model, a professional model, because it's not the same if you just want to build a muscular body, a big body. It's not the same as if you want to be a model. You will need to train different. So Arthur, how do you train to be a professional model?
Exactly, I always explain these two parts. There's a big difference between workout for models and then workout for athletes or for actually people who just want to be healthy or fit, right? So for the models, you have to have this idea in mind that you have to develop certain groups of muscle. For example, when you go to the shoot, you want to have your chest and shoulders to be really well pronounced and really well developed. So I would rather focus on this, and then I would work out with this part body more than the others. For example, also for models, I wouldn't really suggest to work out legs much because, when you're wearing clothes, like when you're on the runway, on the shoot, or when you're wearing jeans or pants, your legs just gonna look fat when it has a mass, right? Even though it's muscular, so it's not really good for models. That's second part. And then of course, that's a must for models to have nice developed abs. It's really honestly, it's always my struggle because I really love sweets so much, and I'm easy to gain weight. So I have to really focus on my abs a lot, especially when I have shoots for underwear, or actually any shoots or projects when I have to be topless. So I have to be focused on my abs too. But speaking of the workout, I usually develop my routine divided in 3 parts. So my day 1 is usually chest and triceps. The day 2 would be my shoulders and biceps. Day 3 would be my back. And then I would always include some abs exercises too. And then of course, don't forget to do legs. I mean, I'm saying, right, for models, depends on the physique, right? Everybody's different. So in my case, I had this mass on my legs, so I wanted to get rid of it. So I want to make it leaner. So I have to work out my legs too. But usually models, they usually joke about it, right? Don't skip the leg day. Models usually do skip the legs day, but it depends really. It depends on your physique, and then depends on your visual and your proportions in general too. And then speaking of the workout, the routine, I would say that for example, for the chest, I like to start my workout with a bench press because it's the basic, that's the base, and that's where you really develop the mass. So that's the first one. After that, I move to like some machines or even the dumbbells too. Depends on my mood, or also depends on the seasons, because I like to change my workout, so it's not always the same. So for example, my workout 5 years ago was totally different from what I do now. And I'm planning after like a season or 2 to change my routine again, just so your muscles don't get used to it, and then you have to alternate also groups of muscles and the exercises too. So anyway, after the bench press, I do the machines and dumbbells. And then I also like to work with machines, especially for the lowest part of the chest, because this is the part which has to be also well pronounced. And again, because it's the specifics for the shoots. So usually when you go to the shoot, right, there is a light on top, and then the light is like, shining from the top. And then you want to have shadow here, the nice shadow. And in order for you to get that, you need to develop lower chest. Not really the side or the top or the middle, which is also nice too, but specifically the lower part, just for the nice shadows. So same applies to any kind of muscles. So you have to be really lean, and then the muscles have to be kind of well pronounced. And then moving on to the other parts of the body, right? So the biceps, I just usually use the machines, and then I alternate it with the dumbbells. So I like to do hammer exercise because it really stretches the biceps well. Although I have a specific physique, and like my biceps is kind of funny. It's short, it looks like a ball, right? So it's always my struggle. I always try to make it longer, to extend it. But again, sometimes you can't really fight your physique. Like, it is what it is. That's what I have. So I have to work with what I have. Yeah. I like to do also machines for the biceps. And again, it's just like really alternating between dumbbells and then free weights and then machines. And then for my day 2, so for example, speaking right of the shoulders. So I like to do the basic first 2, like which is the main shoulder press. Have to be very careful too, because you can injure yourself so easily. So I have to really watch the technique. And then I like to work out just like today with Victor. It's actually a discovery for me too, but I've been doing this before, and then I changed. So we did the pyramid training, so which is like really heavy weight. And before, of course, first is the warm up. Yeah, so you have to warm up first, so you don't have injury. And after that, you go really heavy, like your maximum, but around 6 to 7 reps, right? Yeah. The next set would be a little lower weight, but more reps, so 8 to 9 reps. Yeah. And then the last set would be the 10 reps, or as much as you can do. You can do 12 if you're a Superman. Yeah. Then do more reps, but then also lightweight. So that's the way for you to get
the warm up,
more mass.
You can do the warm up just in the first exercise. You don't need to do warm up in every reverse pyramid training exercise. If you do warm up on shoulders, you don't need to do it on back, because you are already active. Yeah. Okay.
So it's good for the basic exercise, like the bench press for the shoulders, right? Yeah. Dumbbell press. Speaking of triceps, I just like to do the same exercise because there's not so much to choose from. I just usually do the machine. Sometimes I also do the dumbbell, which is like that. But again, it's the physique. So in my case, the triceps is more or less okay. So I don't really have to like work it so hard, unlike other parts of the body, like my shoulders, which I need to develop more. For the back exercise, what we did today, right? That's really pretty much exercises which I usually do. Of course, I like to do the pull-ups too, because I guess that develops the whole body. It also gives you strength, and it gives you also it's power because it's your own body weight. So it's actually nice. That's what people have been using in ancient times too, before all the gyms and machines. After that, as I said, right, I like to do legs sometimes, but you have to be very careful too because you don't want your legs to be so pumped. So sometimes I do deadlifts or squats, but it's just my personal preference because I like to do it sometimes. It makes me happy. It's for the endorphins. But normally it's just nice to do the legs extension. Then I like to do the exercises for the buttocks and then also the lunges, sometimes Bulgarian squats. So that's what my go-to exercises for the legs. My mission for my legs is to make it more lean, not really to make it pumped. So in order for you to do that, you do a lot more reps than other people do, and then minimum weight. So it's not really about the weight for making it leaner.
So it's better to focus on athleticism, on legs, so you can jump and sprint faster and higher if you jump. So this translates to a more aesthetic leg development.
Yeah, it's all about proportion. So again, it's all about the taste and the preference. Because for models, you have to be specific proportions, specific measurements, and the body type. For if you're talking about competitions like the Mr. Olympia or actually fitness models too, it's a totally different story. They have different standards. So in our case, like we're talking about fashion modeling, right? So you have to be still lean, ripped, well developed, but not too bulky. And then moving on from my legs, right? I'm also doing abs exercises a lot. I like to play around with machines because honestly, I hate abs exercise because it's hard to do, right? And it's not so easy to achieve. So I always try to alternate and changing from machines to the body weight too, and then for the free weights, sometimes I use the dumbbells or just the weights in the gym. I always try to focus on developing upper, middle, and the lower abs, and then also the sides to the obliques, right? So it's not just one exercise because you need to develop from all sides because abs is really big muscles, and it's not just one muscle, it's lots of segments of the muscles. Of course, sometimes I like to alternate too with the cardio. So I like to do my cardio before I start the workout because it's like also a warm up. So I do like 10 to 15 to 20 minutes of either stairs machines or ellipse or just running or jogging. Sometimes I like to do cycling too. That helps a lot for me to get the blood running and also gets me in the mood too. And then at the end, I usually finish my workout with the warm up and stretching because again, you're gonna feel better. And then you might have less sore muscles the next day. So that's why stretching and warming up is very important too.
Yes, very important because you need to improve circulation because better circulation means faster recovery. So you can work out better because you are fresh. So if you have poor circulation, the recovery is going to take longer.
Yeah, but anyways, workout, try to always alternate and make a different routine because there is a muscle memory, that's a term, right? So your muscle will get used to your routine. So it's good to change it in order for you to grow and then improve your body, your physique. So that's pretty much it. That's my routine. Again, I'm not like really a professional athlete. I just I learn it from my own experience because I've been working for many years. And I just realized my own proportions, my own physique, and my own struggles. So that's really my own way of working out.
Thank you for all the information, all the tips. So thank you, Arthur, for training together. Yeah. And yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure was mine. Thanks for having me too. Stay fit and be happy. Cheers.